Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Let's Play zu NBA 2K18. Wir schreiten langsam voran in der Saison. Leider level ich noch nicht so schnell. Das stört mich ein bisschen. Ich weiß aber inzwischen, woran es liegt. Und zwar, ich habe ja aufgrund der Videolänge die Viertelzeit nur auf 5 Minuten. Deswegen habe ich so wenig Einsatzzeit. Und deswegen kriege ich nicht so viele Spielzüge. Und deswegen kriege ich natürlich nicht so viel Prozent pro Spiel. Daran liegt das. Aber für euch verzichte ich auch mal gerne auf ein Level und werde das so weiterspielen. Wenn euch das Spiel gefällt, dann schaut in die Videobeschreibung. Da gibt es einen Link, wo ihr das Spiel besonders günstig kaufen könnt und uns damit auch noch unterstützt. Und in der Videobeschreibung könnt ihr euch auch nochmal unsere Serie von 2017 anschauen, also NBA 2K17. Was wir letztes Jahr so erlebt haben, könnt ihr das direkt mal miteinander vergleichen. Und jetzt bin ich wieder ruhig und wir hören uns in der Halbzeit wieder. Viel Spaß!
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports, Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, thus far about the same number of wins as last season. Nonetheless, every game provides a chance for them to get better. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing?
Well, you know, the rosters aren't coming together yet. And it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell.
Come on, you're going to give me an answer.
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple of veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You asked too early.
Does that kid ever come up for air?
He's working, which you would know if you didn't still have a flip phone.
Hey, it's a Motorola Razr, thank you, and she's never failed me yet despite all these kids trying to get me to upgrade.
Shammy, what is this?
iPhone 7?
It's a 7 Plus, bro.
If you're gonna do interviews, I would at least like to know about them first. Especially if you're gonna do them on video from inside your freaking car in the parking garage, which, by the way, don't do that.
Man, you think a little positive, pup?
Shammy, are we clear?
We're clear.
Wow.
Yo, she crazy.
She straight up fooled you.
Played you, man.
She can play me. Quit talking all that.
She played you, bro.
Well, what was I supposed to do?
You were supposed to show me how it's done. You're supposed to be my vet. Hey.
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. You look at the Clippers. Well, they find themselves energized from a strong set of performances at home and now would love to do the same thing, guys, on the road.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
Well, that much more competitive, too, and that's the compelling part here in this matchup. You play so many games in an NBA season. This is the one you get up for.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know that DJ is a nickname for the rookie, but here's some background on how he got that name. He was initially going to follow his dream of being a DJ instead of pursuing basketball. He is still very much involved in music, and he's indicated it's a passion he'll keep up even while he's in the NBA. Guys?
Good stuff, David. So many former NBA players have put out albums or been involved with music one way or another. Obviously, two teams, same conference, lots of history between them. Should be a good one. Brent, who are some of your favorite rivals to compete against?
You know, just growing up around the game of basketball, Kevin, for me to step on the floor against the jerseys, maybe not so much about the player that's in the jersey, but to see Lakers in purple or to see Celtics in green. That to me got my juices flowing. And then obviously, selfishly, anytime I had the opportunity to play against my brother John, oh boy, I was ready to go.
You loved it, yeah, you savored that. I love that answer, by the way, playing the team, not necessarily the individual. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the heart of the team at the 4 and the 5, Griffin and Jordan. Patrick Beverly out there with Rivers, and it's Gallinari in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Griffin. Gasol passes to Mills. Spurs working the ball around now. Griffin against Aldridge. That shot misses. And here's Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And Leonard stays with it.
And you have to love the fire and energy there. Kawhi makes an impact even when his number isn't called. Look at his reaction to the play.
Rivers kicks to Griffin over Aldridge. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
Green up again. It's good on the putback.
Love the follow-up. It's as if Aldridge knows where the shot's coming from and gets himself in great position on the glass.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Beverly for 3, sinks the triple.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Yeah, you could start to creep away off of certain people, but this is an early warning shot from him.
Here's Gasol. Clippers able to drain the 3. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
And Blake Griffin, a free agent this past summer, ended up staying with the Clippers while others departed.
You thought he might be gone after CP3 left, but Griffin enjoyed the team, and they offered him a huge contract. You felt as though he flew under the radar a bit in free agency, due maybe to his history of injuries.
And so it's San Antonio with it after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Leonard, and another basket for San Antonio.
Whipping off the screen there like a tiger, Leonard creates enough space to get the shot off that he wants.
Rivers kicks to Gallinari. Now the feed to Jordan. Over Gasol. No good from Jordan.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Pass to Aldridge. He kicks it to Leonard. Aldridge is screened. Green dishes to Aldridge. 6 to shoot. Green passes to Aldridge. Full Pulls up, high post. Leonard, no luck.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
The shot's good. Gallinari's got his first bucket in this one.
And Gallo knows how to finish through contact. Excellent touch from there from the big fella.
Over in the corner, Gasol. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
That free throw good from Gasol. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
And Pau Gasol still remains an offensive threat for this basketball team, expanding his range over time and still has that nice soft jumper.
Now, here's Decker. Back to Reed. That one doesn't go. Good D by Gasol. Parker outside. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Ginobili with the three. Rebound by Harrell.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
So it's San Antonio now. Clippers able to drain the three. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Shoots off the screen. Second shot opportunity. Makes it off the glass. Gasol's got 6.
Well, what stellar work from Gasol there, throwing himself against the glass and doing whatever it takes to find a second chance opportunity.
Now here's Harrell. No good from the low block. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Ginobili kicks to Parker. Anderson the screen. Ginobili with the ball. Williams picks him up. Ginobili dishes to Gay. Over Harrell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, and Gay's skilled really at drawing contact. Doesn't back away from it, especially when he's shooting.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first free throw is good.
And Gay, just so difficult to guard. Skilled with his ability to shoot it and still explosive at attacking the rim.
And both free throws good for Gay.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Here's Teodosic, covered by Parker. Harrell setting the pick for Williams. Over in the corner, Decker. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You don't get a name like DJ without having a love for music. Here's what he had to say about his other passion.
That's a good question. Music played a very important part of my life. As a kid, I used to like make beats, and then slowly I transitioned into DJing. I mean, so much so that early on in my college career, I decided to focus solely on music. And the music scene was great. I really enjoyed myself. I learned a lot. But it felt like music called me, and then basketball was calling me back. So I decided to focus all my energy on basketball. And it led me here. and it's been a wild ride. But, you know, I learned a lot, and I'm just excited to see what the future holds for me.
And he has made a lot of fans happy with that choice.
Yeah, I believe it's good for players to have an interest off the court, as it can kind of give you some balance. Seems he has reinvigorated his love for basketball, though, and that's a good thing.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, to me, the story of that first period was their rebound.
Yeah, jumping out to a lead largely because they did the hard work on the glass. So you love the passion in the early part of this game that they're playing with.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Harrell, the Williams out there with Teodosic. Then it's Reed, and it's Decker, and it's small forward. Hey, Brent, looking at the mental aspect of the game, we usually think about crafty veterans, but who are some of the craftiest young players that you see right now?
That's a good question, Kevin. I might have a few surprise answers for you. How about Tyler Johnson, maybe? Malcolm Brogdon in Milwaukee last year, who showed some things as an older rookie playing 4 years in college at Virginia. Chris Dunn, he's got a bit of trickery to him. And the last guy I'll throw out there is Joe Ingles. Has a little spice to his game when he's got the basketball in Utah.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said, beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. Here's Anderson after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Anderson passes to Parker. And it's Parker again missing.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Gasol. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kyle Anderson. Danny Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Parker. That free throw good from Decker.
And the San Antonio Spurs, the #1 ranked defense in the league the last 2 seasons running, top 5 defensively for the last half decade. When you play the black and silver, you may end up black and blue.
Got a hand on it. It's DJ atop the key. The dish now to Gallinari. And the pass to DJ. Decker kicks to Wells. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wells has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Wells, man, he is tough to shake. Does a good job of not letting the D get to him when he shoots.
Aldridge, this is Delaney. Aldridge a screen. Here's Gay, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
This one for 3, and Wells the bucket on the assist by DJ. And that's now 6 points for Shammy Wells. Spurs trailed by 3. There's 1:47 left to play in the first half. Up off the screen. And it's Murray laying it in.
And such a good feel for the game. Kawhi knows exactly what this offense is trying to accomplish and acts as a willing facilitator.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. They set the screen. Clippers keep it alive. Griffin's shot is off.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And Greg Popovich has led the Spurs to the playoffs in all 20 of the full seasons he's coached the team. But you know what, Brent? He always gives his players the credit.
Well, Pop knows that the players are the ones who deserve all of the accolades. There's no doubt that there's an appreciation for the way that Pop continues to put his team and each member of the team into situations where they collectively can compete every year. And it's not about just competing for the playoffs, Kevin. I'm talking about competing for titles. What a run that Greg Popovich has been on.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
Yeah, and therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
Who's checked in for San Antonio. The Clippers also making some changes. Jordan comes in for Decker, and it's Patrick Beverley in for DJ. And Beverley kicks to Gallinari. Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Feeds to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. Here's Mills. Dishes it to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Leonard's got 8.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Here's Griffin. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
We know that Blake Griffin gives you a lot offensively, but he's a very heady player, even when not putting up the shot. He can cut well, moves to open spaces on the floor, and he has a great eye for what's going on around him. A terrific passer as a power forward.
The first one at the line is good. And you talk about Griffin and his passing. I remember last season watching him, Brent, throw a behind-the-back, between-the-legs assist to a baseline cutter. Wow.
Well, your memory is rock solid, Kevin. I remember that play as well, and he's certainly in the conversation as being one of the best passing big men in the league. He's always put up big assist numbers, and some of the things that he can do, especially on the break, handling the basketball, can be just as impressive as a Blake Griffin dunk.
Now, here's Green. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
And Beverley kicks to Rivers. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers. Left side, Griffin. Using his post move to get the 2 points. He's got 7.
The skills of Blake Griffin shown on that attempt, simply too much for the defense.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Spurs lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline.
Aber erst gleich, wie immer, erst die kurze Halbzeitanalyse und vorher nochmal kurz zu dem Interview, was mein spielerischer Protagonist DJ gegeben hat. Und das ist sehr, sehr lustig, weil das passt extrem gut auch zu meinem Werdegang. Ich habe auch schon sehr, sehr früh mit der Musikbranche angefangen. Also so mit 8 bin ich damit erstmal in Kontakt gekommen und mit 16 dann beim Radio gelandet. Ja, und inzwischen bin ich Teil eines Trios, das Musik produziert. Unsere erste Single ist ganz erfolgreich gelaufen, die zweite steht in den Startlöchern. Also ich habe auch viel mit Musik zu tun, nur im Basketball bin ich halt nicht ganz so gut. Ne? Jetzt kommen wir aber zu meinem Spiel. Erstmal muss ich sagen, das Spiel ist jetzt doch enger als gedacht. Nach dem ersten Viertel dachte ich schon so, oh nein, das wird schon wieder so eine Klatsche. Aber im zweiten Viertel haben wir deutlich besser gespielt, sind auch wirklich jetzt auf Augenhöhe mit den Spurs und ganz nah dran. Also da ist noch alles offen. Und zu meiner Leistung, ich war ja wieder nur ganz kurz leider bisher drin, aber ich komme bestimmt noch mal rein. Ich bin wirklich zufrieden. Ein Assist war dabei, einen Pass habe ich abgefangen. Das war schon ganz ordentlich. Und jetzt gebe ich ab zu David Aldridge und wünsche euch viel Spaß mit der zweiten Hälfte von den San Antonio Spurs gegen die Los Angeles Clippers.
David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates start getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Filling out the wings, it's Green and Leonard. And it's Mills in at the points. That's the San Antonio 5. Ray, you played all 4 years in college after redshirting your freshman season. What kind of advantage, as you look back on that, do you think it gave you, if any, in preparing for the pressures and the style of the NBA?
I don't know so much, Kevin, if it gave me an advantage with regards to the pressures of the league, but certainly with regards to the physicality of the league, it's something that I desperately needed. Just a late developer, a late bloomer. I think I was about 175 pounds when I went off to college. Not a preferential playing weight for the NBA, so I needed that year just in terms of the maturity of what I needed physically.
Here's Leonard. Gallinari making his last shot. Aldridge a screen. Shoots off a screen, and too long on the shot. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Plays it in off a pretty alley-oop. And the Clippers lead by 2.
You can count on Griffin to take some smart shots. He's a super efficient offensive player.
Aldridge a screen. Green kicks to Leonard. Gasol a screen on Griffin. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. Leonard against Griffin. Leonard no luck.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. And stolen by Jordan. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Griffin leading the charge.
And Griffin spreading the wealth now, showing he's more than just a scorer.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. In transition, here comes San Antonio. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Now here's Mills, defended by Beverly. 5 to shoot. They need this one. Mills can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 4.
It has to be, for a lot of teams, a fearsome part of their roster. This Clipper team having both Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan as their starters, both all-star caliber players. If they go unchecked, these 2 guys can go on the run.
Now here's Rivers, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Mills dishes to Gasol. Green kicks to Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 13 points for Kawhi Leonard.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Rivers passes to Griffin. 1:06 left here in the third quarter. No good from Jordan.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
Aldridge down low, defended by Griffin for the tie, and it's Aldridge with the bucket inside. Aldridge has got it all tied up now for San Antonio. Passes it to Rivers. Oh, Griffin in position. Griffin controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now, Griffin, his energy right there, infectious. If you don't box him out, he's going to take care of business.
Mills dishes to Gasol. Spurs passing it around. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Here's Beverly. Jordan the screen. Rejected by Gasol.
Got to respect the reach and length of Pau Gasol. Outstanding job of skying up for that rejection.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers ahead, leading by just one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Everybody got to rotate, rebound. It's pace going back. It's attack, attack, attack. That's all it is.
Greg Popovich distilling it down to one simple concept. Be aggressive.
Hey, guys, he knows this game so well. When they control momentum, the pace, they're much harder to beat.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Wells. Harrell is out there with Reed. Then it's Williams. And it's Teodosic in at the one. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
And Rudy Gay suffered the injury last season, but was still a wanted man when free agency rolled around, Greg, and San Antonio got him.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs made a big offer for him, and Gay felt it was the right fit. Interesting to see how his role develops in San Antonio this year. Still, there's a feeling that he's got a lot left in the tank.
And so Gay nails both of them.
Well, the Spurs system hasn't changed through the years, but certainly some things being more emphasized than others. You had the post attack, certainly with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, and then it shifted to the drive and kick style with Manu and Tony Parker. And now they're back to playing the mid-range game with Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge.
And here is Ginobili after the three-pointer from Shammy Wells. Ginobili kicks to Gay, over Harrell. Gay can't hit. The Clippers in the lead, and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Nobody near Williams. Again, Los Angeles. And in the past, there's been a distaste for isolation basketball in the Spurs organization. But we're seeing more iso ball running through Kawhi and Aldridge.
Well, they do a great job of passing out of the post, and mainly that's the reason why they use it. Force teams to come down as the ball gets closer to the rim and commit several defenders, and then the spacing takes over on the weak side. So they still utilize a pass-first style, and the isolation kind of sets up opportunities on the weak side.
The shot by Wells, no good. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Ginobili kicks to Gay. Shoots over Wells. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. That's 10 points for Rudy Gay.
It's as if these guys are out here just playing pickup basketball. No deterrent from the defense.
Neither side right now seems interested in getting stops consistently. These coaches have to be pulling their hair out.
Now here's Williams. Stolen by Anderson. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
A different look for the Clippers. Jordan comes in for Reed. And it's Blake Griffin in for Montrezl Harrell. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Outside Williams. Jordan sets the pick for Williams. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Two shots.
He's off on the first.
I think what separates Jordan from most of the other centers is sheer athleticism, using it whenever he can on both ends of the floor.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Aldridge is screened. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 4 on the shot clock. Ginobili the pass to Gay. Shoots over Wells. Here's Anderson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Parker. And then for Los Angeles, Gallinari, he's checked in for Wells. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Teodosic. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Griffin. Gallinari in the corner. Jordan sets the pick for Gallinari. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Big time shot from Gallinari. This is why he's one of the leaders of the team.
Gasol screen. And Mills kicks to Gay. Oh, and they take the lead.
And Gay really an experienced vet, a guy that shines in big moments, someone you feel comfortable taking these shots.
Now, here's Gallinari. Over Gay. And it's Gallinari missing. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And some changes here for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Rudy Gay. Rivers, he's checked in for the Clippers.
On the leg. One shot.
Jordan no good on the free throw. San Antonio trailing here. Gasol, a screen on Beverly to the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game is broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
Now here's Leonard. And the layup falls.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Gallinari outside. Picked by Griffin. Gallinari outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Mills dishes to Green. He feeds it to Leonard. Foul on the play. Basket down, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
And here are the Clippers now. It's a 1-point game. And Beverly kicks to Rivers. Pops it up for Jordan. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. .23 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Green, the screen. Mills passes to Green. Kicks it to Leonard. Over Gallinari. No good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. With the putback. Griffin grabs the board. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.
Das ist Basketball, Freunde. Unfassbar. Also das war richtig, richtig spannend. Ich hatte doch recht, dass es wirklich ein spannendes Spiel wird, habe ich ja in der Halbzeitanalyse schon gesagt. Mit meinem Spiel bin ich eigentlich ganz zufrieden. Habe das Beste aus meinen Möglichkeiten gemacht. Gab ja diesmal auch ein paar Punkte. Sehr, sehr erfreulich. Ein Assist habe ich gemacht zwischendrin, aber das Spiel war extrem spannend. Das kann man einfach nicht anders sagen. Und aus dem Grund habe ich beschlossen, mal wieder eine Giveaway-Aktion zu machen.
Yo, I kind of feel like Bill Murray in that one movie. What's it called again?
Caddyshack?
Nah, that's not it.
Rushmore.
Nah, that's not it, Coach.
Ghostbusters.
Y'all not letting me explain, man. It's that movie where he lives the same day over and over again, and it kind of feels like this road trip. Like every day is the same. I just can't.
Like Ghostbusters. Oh, Groundhog's Day.
Yes.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Man, I was trying to think of
You
it.
talking about Rushmore and Ghostbusters? Who is Bill Murray? The dude from Space Jam.
Which was a good movie, by the way.
No, that was Billy Crystal.
No, that's who's big though.
Wo war ich stehen geblieben? Ach genau, Giveaway. Und zwar werden wir mal ein kleines Spielchen mit euch machen. NBA 2K18 erscheint ja wirklich täglich bei uns auf dem Kanal. Und ab sofort könnt ihr tippen, ob wir das Spiel vom jeweils folgenden Tag gewinnen, verlieren, ob es in die Verlängerung geht und wer dann in der Verlängerung gewinnt. Ja, dafür bekommt ihr dann Punkte. Wenn ihr einfach nur den richtigen Sieger voraussagt, bekommt ihr 1 Punkt. Wenn ihr eine Verlängerung richtig voraussagt, dann bekommt ihr 2 Punkte. Und wenn ihr auch noch den richtigen Sieger in der Verlängerung voraussagt, dann bekommt ihr 3 Punkte. Das kommt dann alles in eine Excel-Tabelle, die ihr dann auch immer einsehen könnt jeden Tag. Und am Ende dieser Serie, das dürfte so um Weihnachten 2017 sein, dann gibt es einen Preis. Und dieser Preis wird sein, die nächste Ausgabe von NBA 2K, also die NBA 2K19 Version, die werden wir euch, also dem, der am meisten Punkte hat, einmal schenken als kleines Giveaway und mal gucken, vielleicht lassen wir uns auch noch zu einer zweiten Version durchschlagen. Das gucken wir dann mal im Verlauf, wie viel mitmachen und ob euch das Spaß macht oder nicht. Also, ab sofort dürft ihr tippen. Heute quasi auf das nächste Spiel. Das wird in der morgigen Folge dann schon sein. Und ihr dürft immer so lange für das nächste Spiel tippen, bis quasi das nächste Video erscheint. Das heißt, wenn morgen das nächste Video erscheint, dann ist automatisch das Tippen beendet für dieses Spiel. Dann ist euer Tipp fürs nächste Spiel gültig, weil wäre ja blöd, wenn ihr euch das Video schon angucken könnt und dann seht, wer gewinnt und so. Das wäre ja einfach. Also, tippt fleißig und dann wünsche ich euch viel Glück, dass ihr am Ende ganz, ganz oben steht. Wenn euch dieses Video hier gefallen hat, dann lasst einen Daumen hoch da. Ihr dürft auch sehr, sehr gerne kommentieren. Und wenn ihr es noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert es doch einfach. Vergesst aber nicht, die kleine Glocke neben dem Abonnieren-Button zu drücken, denn nur dann kriegt ihr alles mit, was bei uns auf dem Kanal so abgeht. Wir haben ja noch ganz viel anderes neben NBA 2K18. In der Videobeschreibung findet ihr den Link zu NBA 2K18. Falls ihr das Spiel toll findet und noch nicht habt, dann könnt ihr das darüber kaufen. Da kriegt ihr das extrem günstig. Und unterstützt uns auch noch. Und außerdem könnt ihr in der Videobeschreibung auch nochmal die NBA 2K17 Serie von uns schauen und könnt die beiden Spiele direkt miteinander vergleichen. Wir sehen uns dann morgen wieder und im Abspann könnt ihr jetzt auf die linke Seite des Bildschirms klicken für Tipps aus dem Kanal, auf die rechte Seite des Bildschirms für nochmal alle Folgen NBA 2K18 und in der Mitte, da könnt ihr uns abonnieren und damit sage ich Tschüss und macht's gut bis morgen und viel Spaß beim Tippen.